Greetings there, my fellow colonizers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Nex Revolution, Episode 9, Vortex. I'm going to do initial surveys, or maybe even full surveys. The extreme height and no atmosphere. So this is 200 has... Because it's possible that we settle Manticore, and then like maybe the other planets here can offer something else. Again, if I was to rate this, I'd put it as like a C or a D rating, depending on what the other planets look like. These other worlds they don't have transphotonics so far. Yep, no transphotonics, so pretty crummy. Oh, there's a fifth one. Oops. Oh, well, at least this one has ultra-rich ore. Not really sure if it's... Wow, this is an undamaged. I guess I'll take it. No demods. We need fleet civilian capacity for actual colonization, because you need 1,000 people to start a colony. So I might as well have a giant cruise liner to be able to help with that. Okay, it's combat ready enough for me to jump out. I triggered the jump out and then realized, maybe I didn't let it repair enough. At this point, oh, and you know what? This system's actually maybe too far from Ball to even take advantage. It's 11 light years, it seems. So we have surveyed all of these systems within 10 light years of a shunt. Should I consider colonizing something that we've found so far, or continue surveying? So to recap, before I even put this poll up, the most habitable would be Anyang, probably. The Terran world, Parnassus, with a hazard rating of 75 and no transplutonics, is probably the most Earth-like that we've found. And that happens to be in the same system as a desert world that has, additional farmland. Both of which, this one's actually decivilized. So it adds a little bit of the hazard rating, but it also means that it will grow faster. So that would be one potential candidate. The problem with that candidate is they're both breadbasket worlds. They don't necessarily allow me to do industry, because you don't want mining or ship construction on habitable worlds. They're best reserved for worlds that aren't habitable. All right, other candidates that we've found. Then I think Thanatos, I'm going to say it's just too far from the shunt to take advantage. So the other one would be Hera. So Hera here has a very high hazard rating, but it is extreme heat world with some minables that could become a mining / ship production orbital works world, because it doesn't have a habitable atmosphere, so it wouldn't suffer from a nanoforge. And then it has one really crummy breadbasket world that unfortunately also has transplutonics, meaning that you wouldn't be able to soil nanite it. And then the other desert worlds there's almost no reason to be in the other desert worlds. One is decivilized, and then they both just have like regular ores at not awesome abundances. So it's really just Ares here, and Elthrulia, or whatever it's called. So I don't know, not amazing. And I think those are the only two that were around Ball. Let me double check. I need the systems around Ball that were decent. If we did go with so if we did go with the Anyang, it's possible that we could set up ship construction in an adjacent system. Like vanilla here is a volcanic world, and I'm just gonna go on a limb to say it's probably extreme heat. Or possibly Delta Kusa. So I could check that out as well. As a third option, is continue surveying around Ball's colonies. And I think that's it. I don't think we found much else. Yeah. And then around Pear, we came up really dry. I don't even think there's a reason to consider colonizing anything around Pear. One thing that we could do... Here, let me go to planets here. Sort by hazard rating. So there is Parnassus, which is near Ball, the Anyang system. There was Ares near at Hera, which is the also around Ball. Glyth and Verdor? Where are you exactly? Oh, no, that's not it. Show on map. Okay, so they're at Komarov. I don't think that's... Yeah, that's not near any shunt system. Everything else that we found was like stormy desert worlds with almost no farmland, I think. But I'm doing a quick scan here. Where's Khufu? Nope, that is not near Pear. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that there just aren't other options. So either we settle for what we found so far, or we give up on trying to settle around the shunt. So there's the poll. Well, actually, Albari wouldn't be a terrible option either. So there's Orpheus, that's near Pear. That's a Terran eccentric world. It is decivilized, but it has abundant farmland and organics with no transphotonics. And then there's Manuela, which is a volcanic world in a binary system. So that could be another option. I would say probably that's the only other option. So it would be between Anyang, Hera, or Albari. And I might want to get out to Manuela to just do a quick survey of that. For visual confirmation that like Manuela is like an okay-ish enough planet to colonize. Nope. The hedge is targeting yet another Persean world. We know how that's going to turn out. They have lost everything so far. Oh, great. And the Ludic Church has beat Tritech. That's not good. So Tritech and Persean League are in league with one another, and they're both going down. Yay! This galaxy's going to hell. So it looks like colonization won out. So let's figure out, I think before I start colonizing, I need to answer the question of, is Beta Manuela even worth colonizing? So that's the first question I'm going to answer. And then also maybe surveying the worlds around Anyang to figure out if there's like a multi-system solution to be had. Because one could consider that as well. This nebula, let's raffle off this little transport here. So raffle timer's up for this. I like how this one little ship has more, because it's, you know, designed to move people around. Has more room than all the rest of the fleet that I used to have combined. All right, traveling through the gate. So Paris here. You know, I might actually, because I'm trying to get to Albari. Yeah, I'm not even going to gate there. I'm just going to fly there. I think the gates are farther. It's really not that far. Oh, I didn't have my transponder on at the whole time. I'm glad the independents don't have pickets that care. It's only hedge. Oh, interesting. Albari has a green warning beacon. Yeah, so there's like micro remnants here. That absolutely would not stop me from settling here. As soon as I have like even just my sunder, the remnants wouldn't be able to touch me. They'd be a little annoying, but they wouldn't be much of a threat. All right, it is dense atmosphere, which is not great. Extreme tectonic activity, which means no fullerene spool. Not that, I mean, also not great. And extreme heat with good ore, with decent ore. Or, I would say good ore. The thing that this system has over the other systems is proximity to the core. There, you know, it's pretty close. So what system to colonize will be up to you in just a minute. There's a few more questions I have needing answers. So the other one was, are the systems around Anyang any good for multi-system? And I need to get down to Anyang to answer that. Did that beacon move? It did, didn't it? So this is the system one over from Anyang with all the farming world potential. I'm just seeing if like we could do a military here. So good ore, thin atmosphere, which is better than no atmosphere, I suppose, and then not too high tectonic activity with extreme heat. It's okay for a militarized world. It's just not in the same system, so there's a bit of a detractor there. Delta Kusa, I'll check that as well. Ideally, I want to keep everything just for player convenience, and it's far easier to defend. Whoa, what the hell's going on? Oh, it's just sensor ghost. Keeping everything within one system just makes it easier earlier on. Eventually, when you have the power, the fleet strength to have a multi-system empire, it's not an issue to span multiple solar systems. But early on, it could be really cost prohibitive, and you become a much softer target. So it's not extreme heat, it's only hot, so this planet is no good. And I think the other system doesn't even have planets. Or no, it has the tiny irradiated one. Let's look at that again. Extreme heat. Hazard rating is a little bit lower than the other one, but it has less mining. And it's irradiated. The low gravity does help with accessibility. Okay, so I think we have all the information that we need at this point. So, what system to colonize? Albari in the Dumar Nebula. The Doomer Nebula. Hera in the Pauling Nebula. Or Anyang. How do I spell that? It's really... yeah, Anyang, Anyang, I don't know, Anyang. In the Kusa. And just to remind everyone about your options here. So this is Albari. We've got a terrain-eccentric world with bountiful farmland paired with a hot, extreme heat world with some ore deposits. Oh, did I include Manticore? No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me make sure that I want to make sure that I shouldn't or should. I feel like I overlooked one. So there was... Oh, no, because it was too far. Right. It's 11 light years out. Okay, sorry. I regret. I digress. Same poll. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't overlook Manticore, but it's not within the shunt range. And you guys wanted it within shunt range. So, Albari, the advantages of Albari is it's also closer for greater accessibility to markets. Then we have Anyang, and it has definitely the most lush planets with the lowest hazard rating. It just doesn't have a hot world for military in the same system, which is a bit of a disadvantage. And then, last but not least, Hera. And Hera has a hot world that is pretty decent for mining, and it even includes volatils, which can be helpful. But its farm world has transphotonic ore, which is a bit of a disadvantage. Do all three have 3 stable locations? Well, you can make your own stable locations, so that's a little less of a like a significant factor. But Albari already has a sensor array and nav buoy that I own. We might want to consider breaking down the nav buoy for stability or something. But yeah, as long as you have alpha cores, you can make your own stable points. I believe I'm not exactly sure how it works in Nexerelin. It might be a little bit different though. So Albari has 2 stable points present already, to answer your question, and then Anyang has 2 present already. It has a comm relay, so that's actually nicer. That's one of the benefits of Anyang, I guess, is these self-built comm relays only are a +1 stability, and this comes with a +2. Oh, actually, this has 3 points. This has sensor array, comm relay, and a stable. So Anying has 3 points, and then Hera has comm and stable location. And that's not necessarily including a gate. So if we wanted to put a gate there, that would obviously take up a point. You can make, well, you can, okay, you can make gate. You cannot make gates. You can make one, ever. As far as I know, but not multiples. All right, let's zip back to Ball. Whoa, overshot it. It looks like you guys want Albari in the Doomer Nebula. Okay, Doomers. You got it. So let's, the next thing to consider is I could either colonize now or go and look for additional colony mods that might benefit me. So I'll pull on that in just a second. There you go. The other question I have is around Albari. We haven't really surveyed Pear all that much. Oh, there's a big old warning beacon. I think this is the Remnant run system. Because I was never even able to survey this. No, it is fully surveyed. Okay. Just a stormy, farmless desert. Very not interesting. It seems to me like you guys want colony now. Okay. I can do. There's still time to vote, though. So I'm back in Ming Dai, and we'll get everything that we need for a colony, if that's what wins. I don't like mercenaries hanging out by my secret cargo stash. That makes me uncomfortable. So as far as colonizing goes, we're going to want a lot of supplies, a lot of people, and some heavy machinery. Probably the fullerene spool. I can leave everything else here for now. I don't necessarily need to move everything else yet. Let's go ahead and buy some more supplies. This takes a lot of supplies and people. So the other thing I'm going to need is to make sure that I have 1,000 plus whatever we need to run our fleet in terms of people. So let's take the Valkyrie out of dry dock, and then yep, this will work. We have a max crew of 1177, and we need just 118 to run. So this is fine. It also means that this Valkyrie, if I'm using it, needs to be raffled. Storage, drive field, maintenance. So how fast does this thing move? The Valkyrie moves at 8. The Nebula moves at 8. So I'm going to want to speed up the Nebula and the Valkyrie. No problem. Nebula's faster. Well, Kira, you're going to get birthing and drive fields. Also, I'm going to strip you of weapons because I don't really care. Most of these ships, if they ever see combat, I'm already screwed. So there's no point even having weapons on them, in my opinion. Oops, I'm not storing stuff here. So yeah, we have plenty of personnel capacity. I just need to buy more supplies. And probably fuel. So let's shop around for that. All of the rebellions against the Hedge are failing. The Hedge now has 10 markets. My lord. They've like doubled in size since the start of the stream. It's pretty stupid. We're also going to need personnel. I'll just black market it. Forgot to do black market personnel at Ava. So head back there. I think their pickets are like, hey, you bought too much from the black markets. Well, yeah, screw you. I don't care. And to make matters worse, there's like diplomatic blunders between Tritac and Persean League, which are trying to hold out against Hegemony. That's not good. Do I have everything I need? Yes. All right. Albari, here I come. And this ravel is potentially for the planet as well. That's gonna get old. No to self, need to squish. I probably won't need a nav buoy, so at some point I'll break down the nav buoy for, or maybe I'll add a stable point, something like that. All right, we are good to go. I'm not going to name it just yet. Raffle's still going. Faction name. The Nex Intrepid A Nex Revolution's courier ship that reports. The Nex Revolution are now in control. Yeah, that works. And flag. I don't really know. Maybe this one. Looks a little digital to me. Little remnanty. And there we go. We have... The first raffle will be for the planet. Planet's name is Vortex. I like it. Hey, Vortex. And the ship is named Phantomus. Managing the colony, we're going to set up the Fullerene spool as soon as we're able, which is not now, because it has not built up yet. So, I am currently the governor. That's fine. I'm going to hazard pay so that we can grow. And my first industry is going to be farming. And then I also want to pay for probably a way station pretty early on. And an orbital station, of course. But we need to work on the spaceport first. I'm going to start leaving all the ships behind. And then I'm going to ferry over kind of everything that we're going to need over time. Like, I'll start ferrying them up. So, current priority is start moving everything to Vortex. Colony crisis. I think it would be a good idea to pay off Kanta at some point. So we should consider what to give Kanta to prevent Kanta from wanting to mess with us. That's going to be a little important. And then also what to do next, because there's a bunch of options now that we have the start of a colony. I do not own a heat lamp to give to Kanta, so I could search for one, but that isn't currently an option. So I don't have the crew for this. I probably should have brought as much crew as I have space for, but I can hire a few more here. It's the bare minimum that we need. Make sure that I have enough fuel to get out there. And now, everything that we had at this abandoned station is removed. Oh my god, are you kidding? Persean League, what do you even own now? Let me check. Very war weary, yeah, I get that. And 3 markets. Oh boy, that is not so good for you. That's pretty brutal. They are being dismantled. Oh, they're at peace now, at least. I think, yeah, they're at peace. There is a ceasefire between Luddic Church and Persean League. Well, that's not between their coalitions, but it does say that the Alliance has voted to make peace with Golden Federation, and Golden Federation has done as well. So it seems like, yeah, they're at peace now. And I think it's because, yeah, it's because the members in Hegemony's coalition voted for peace, even though Hegemony didn't. So they are forced into peace because it's a 2-to-1 vote, and they didn't want that. That's pretty funny to me. Seems like their alliance is slowing down their blitzkrieg. All right, colony. Drop these mothball ships off. In fact, I'm going to drop all the ships off. Probably. And now I need to decide what to do next. Oh, I did want to... I forget the cost of creating a stable point, so I'm going to check up on that. Also, do a save. Save in a while. Game kind of likes you to save a lot. So, Alpha Core, 200 machinery, and 500 fuel for creating a new stable point. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll do that real quick. I think I need more fuel for that than I currently have, but no problem. We'll buy the fuel. Alpha Core, 200 machinery. Oh, I do have the fuel. Good. Oh, it already has too many stable locations. Oh well. I think, yeah, it's only up to 2. So let's get rid of the nav buoy and replace it with stability beacon. For now. I'm a little over capacity, I think. Yeah, so let's drop the rest of these materials off. Because, yeah, I don't really need a burn drive beacon because I move fast enough as it is. I'd rather have stability. So now, what to do next? We can scour ruins for colony items. We could mitigate the pirate threat with gifts. We could colonize Manuela. I forget how it's spelled, but that's the adjacent hot world. It would increase our running costs considerably, but like that could be a thing to do. Run missions for try indie pirate. And those are the only options that I would like to offer at this point. I don't want to open it up beyond that. So pick between these. We got the Fullerene spool installed, and I'm going to also pay to upgrade it to a megaport. And then queue up a high-tech station. So there goes all our monies. Spent well, I think. What was this raffle for? I now forget. And Phantomus, you wanted to drop the numbers to make it easier. So I could do that now. I haven't really refitted these ships for combat. I wouldn't necessarily be against them, though. Using them. But for now, while you guys vote, I am going to just mess with the little remnant people or remnant ships that are here that want to fight. You want to fight? All right, we can fight. So I kind of don't want to have to constantly deal with stupid remnants. I do have a lot of captains. Yeah, doing the kind of exploration that I've been doing, you end up with tons of captains. Hey, Wolf, you're like welcome to join this fight whenever you want. There he goes. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Nex Revolution, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 2nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Starsector players.